Hey guys, it's VarietyDiffers, and welcome to another book review. And this time I have the book. I've always had the book, but I'm in a different setup. If you can't notice, I didn't mention that in the video. Anyway, I'm in a different setup. Like, you can see more of my room. There's the closet, stuff, clutter, everywhere. I hoard. But this book is one of my favorite books because it's so. If you read the book, you should know. It has my favorite ship of all time in it. And if you've read the book, you know. But anyway, the book is Trials of Apollo. It's back. It's gonna appear. Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. And just look at the cover first. Let's take a moment to appreciate this. The blue, the gold, the aesthetic of the book is fantastic. Now, let's look at the inside. Let's just look at this without the cover because I mostly read books without the sleeve, and I love this. It's so minimal and it's so plain, and it's, all books are like this, but I like this. I like this part. And then the orange and blue is an okay color combination. I don't really like it. And then the book. Beautiful, beautiful book. Wonderful writing. Great job, Rick Riordan. I absolutely love your writing. And favorite author. I've mentioned this in Magnus Chase. I think that was the only book review I've done of his, but it's my absolute favorite author. And then would come Rainbow Rowell, and then would come J.K. Rowling, because I love these three authors. Like, the holy trinity of books and authors that I love are those three. And back to Trials of Apollo. I'm excited for the next books. I'm not sure if there's gonna be 5 or 3, but either way, I'm excited. And there's so much happening in this book, and so much that we don't know, that we haven't known. And there was a time skip from the last book, and it happened 6 months. Like, from Blood of Olympus to Trials of Apollo was a theory of 6 months, and it was a skip for 6 months. And is that a spoiler? I don't think so. Anyway, let's move on. The humor in this book was great. His books, Rick Riordan and Rainbow Rowell occasionally are the only books I find myself laughing at, and that's sort of weird for me, but I guess I'm so used to these authors and the jokes, the humor, and it's just my type of humor that I often find myself laughing at the books, having to close the book and just laugh, because that was a great joke, but I can't exactly remember what made me laugh so much in this book. The memories are sort of, I read this in, when did I read this in one day, because look how thin it is, and compared to the Blood of Olympus, which I read in 2.5 days. But anyway, I love this book. The fan fiction is great. Just leaving that there. And then I hoped for a bigger book. Don't get me wrong, I love the book and it had so much in it, but I was hoping for a bigger book, because after the Blood of Olympus, the Heroes of Olympus series, and after the first Magnus Chase series, the book, I kind of expected it to be a bit thicker. This book is about as thick as the Percy Jackson books, and it's thinner than the Kane Chronicles, but I still love it, and it's still pretty great, and I suggest you read it. That's it. This has been the Trials of Apollo, Book 1, The Hidden Oracle book review, and I highly suggest you read this book. Actually, I highly suggest you read all of his works in chronological order, starting with the Percy Jackson series, and then progressing into, I don't know if you should read the Kane Chronicles, but that'd be more like a second step after you've read these, along with the Magnus Chase books. So I think you should just take my advice on this, read the Percy Jackson books, and then take a break and read the 3 Kane Chronicles, and then read Heroes of Olympus and this, and then read Magnus Chase, because that's not how I read them. I read I read Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, Kane Chronicles. Well, scattered because the books came out. I read them. When I read the books, the House of Hades was coming out. And that was the first book I've ever actually waited for. When I finished the Heroes of Olympus, the House of Hades came out. So then I got that in October or September. It was one of those. Was it November? I don't know. But then I read that one, and then I got the Kane Chronicles, and I read those 3. And then my phone's gonna die, so I have to hurry. Anyway, just take that. Bye, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care. Bye.